Hello, in day 10 we are going to learn what is the difference between one way and then two way slab, how to identify the slab, and then how to add the plate to the geometry in StatPro, and then next how to apply the floor or live load over the plate. Before that, let me understand what is the difference between the one way and two way slab. Before going to apply any load, we have to differentiate or identify the slab whether it is one way or two way, because the plan is a combination of one way or two way. By using this formula, we can differentiate whether the slab is one way or two way. Here you can see Lx divided by Ly is greater than 2, then it is one way. Example, if I go ahead with the 6 meter, that is Lx, and then 3 meter, that is Ly. If I divide 6 by 3 means I get the answer 2, that is equal or greater than 2 you can get, then it is one way. And then two way is nothing but when Lx divided by Ly is lesser than 1, then it two way slab. For example, 3 by 3 will get 1, that means it is lesser than 2, it means it is two way. Just have a look on the load transfer diagram. This is how the actual load transfer in case of one way. These two smaller spans distribute their load coming over it to the longer span. Half of the load is transferred to this side and this side. But in case of two way, each beam is carrying their own load. There is no any other distribution. This is how you can get the load transfer. Once you decide whether it is one way or two way, on site we are just going to give the bars like this. This is a one way slab. For one way slab, we just place the main bars like this, and then these are the distribution bars. And then here in the two way slab, for each beam or each span, we put the main bar. And this is how you can check the bending action over the slab. So this we work out with the StatPro now. For that, I click on new project, click over the space, and then say one way and then two way. Like this. Meter kilonewton. Next, add beam method, we are going to create the geometry and then finish. Edit, exact plane, and OK. So now I want to draw the combination of one way and then two way, that is 3 by 3 I take, and then one more I can go ahead with the 7 by 6 or whatever it may be. So this is the 3 by 3. It is two way slab. When we divide 3 by 3, we get the answer 1, that is less than 2. It means it is two way. I draw one more span about 6 meter by 3 meter. When we divide this longer span 6 divided by 3, then we get the answer equal to 2, or we may get greater than 2 if we go ahead with the 7 by 3. Then it means it is one way slab. Once I decide of the grid option, then next select all. You can go ahead with the shortcut, that is Ctrl A, or else you can drag and select. Click over the translation, repeat along the y direction I want to copy. For better understand, I just go with single story, one step, and then step spacing is 3 meter, and then link to get the column, and OK. So once you get, I just want to delete these beams because I want to fix it to the ground like this. Next, once I done with the geometry, go to the property, define rectangle. You can go ahead with a different property or same property. For just practice purpose, I just go with the same property, that is 0.3 by 0.3 close. In this case, I don't want to differentiate the property for the beam and column. Same property I want to apply for the whole view. That's why you can click on the assign to view option, assign, and then yes. Click on the 3D rendered view to check the 3D. After this, you can see there is a halo, means we don't have any floor or slab geometry here. To add the plate option, you click on the geometry and then click on the add plate option, and then here we have two methods, that is quadrant and then triangle. It depends on the shape. We have the quadral shape. Just click over that, start from any one of the point and then finish it. Done. Next again I draw the plate to the one-way slab. Once I done, go to the 3D rendered view. So this is how you can get the slab which is in the pink color, and then finish. In order to select the plate, as just like beam cursor and then node cursor, we have the plate cursor to select only the plate. If you want to select the whole geometry, then we have the geometry cursor here. You can select the whole geometry to select the geometry. Next, as like beam and then column, we want to give the thickness to that slab. For that, make sure you are in the property dialog box and then click on the thickness option. I added a plate, that's why you just make sure you click on the plate element. So if you added a surface, then you can go to the surface option. And the slab thickness is about 5 inch or 6 inch, that is 0.15 meter or 0.12 meter. Decide the material, concrete, add and close. If you want to change the material, then you can go ahead, close this. By using the plate cursor, select the plate, both the plate cursor, select the plate and then apply to the plate. This means we get the R2 value. This indicates we applied the thickness for the plate. Next, go to the support option, create. I just want to fix it to the bottom. Go to the front view, with the help of node cursor, select the bottom nodes and then apply. Next, click on load and definition option. As I already told you, we have to add the dead load or self weight for the each geometry. Add and close. Software itself find out the dead load. Only the thing is we have to confirm whether we added that particular category or not. And then self weight, y direction, -1 we have to confirm. No need to change anything. Add, close. It is showing question mark, means we not yet applied to the geometry. For whole geometry I want to select. For that, click on the geometry cursor. Select whole geometry. Assign to the selected beam. Assign yes. Next, along with this, I want to apply the live load. In the last session, we already discussed how to select the live load or imposed load. Live load is nothing but moving load. Normally, for the residential project, we take 2 or 3 kilonewton. For commercial project, we can go ahead with the 5 kilonewton. Load case details, add, changing the load type, that is live load, LL, add and close. Click over the live load. Floor load, slab load is same. I am just going with -3. Before going to apply it to the geometry, we have to differentiate the slab, that is one way or two way. As I explain you, this is a two-way slab. For two-way, no need to click over the one way. Only the thing is we have to give the range. For that, click on the node cursor. The slab is started from this origin. This is your minimum. Double click to get the coordinate. X0, Z0, Y is 3. Go to the Y minimum value and put 3. Opposite corner of the same slab. If you have high story, then that will be your maximum point. I don't have any other stories, so this will be your maximum story. Double click, 3, 3, 3. Put the maximum value in all the axes, that is 3, 3 like this. Now no need to click on this and just add and close. So once you confirm, as I already explained you, this is how the load distribution. Each beam is carrying their own load individually. Next, in the live load, I want to apply the live load to the one-way slab. For that, click on the add. The next, floor load, same load -3. Now, click on the one way so that we can distribute along the longer span. Here you can see. Next, with the node cursor, just double click because the one way slab started from this point. This is the minimum value 3, 3 and Z 0. X, Y minimum is 3, X minimum is 3, Z is 0. Next, maximum point. To get the maximum point, opposite corner of the same slab, that will be your maximum point. Double click X 9, Z 3, Y 3. Go to the X maximum, that will be 9, Y maximum 3, Z maximum 3. Make sure you click on the one way, add and close, and then just check the load distribution. As I explain you, even the half of the load of the smaller span, distributing their load to the longer span. This is how we can differentiate one way and then two way slab before going to apply the live load over it. Anyhow, in the StatPro, we just do the analysis of the slab, we can't do the design. For that, we have to use the other software. Once I done, then you just click on the analysis, all, add, close, command, analysis, perform analysis, all, OK, analyze, run analyze, save. Make sure you should have the 0 errors. Click over the view output file to check the theoretical output. Scroll it and then just have the look what is the dead load of that particular geometry. Close this. Click on the post processing mode to check the result, graphical result. Apply OK. And then check with the animation whether we have the deflection. So there is a little deflection at this corner. It means we have to increase the column size because load coming over it is large, or else we can increase the property of the slab. Normally we don't change the slab property because slab load is coming over the beam and then column means column should be strong. This is how you can do the analysis. Even you just click on the plate because recently I added the plate. I want to check the maximum stress coming over the plate. For that, click on the plate option and then stress type. If you want to check the minimum maximum in the particular axis, you can check it here. I just want to check the maximum absolute. So this is a stress diagram you can see. As I shown you, at this corner we get the deflection, means obviously we get the more stress at that corner as compared to this corner, and the value you can get here. Animation, beam, like this way you just click on that particular option to check the reactions, bending moment and then deflection, like this. In the next video we learn the other commands. Thank you.